We're going to take a look at a graphical programming language called Scratch today. Scratch is on the web. You get there by going to scratch.mit.edu. So this is the landing screen you'll see. If you want to create a new program, you'll go up here to Create. Now if you have a Scratch account, you can log into it and it will actually save all of your previous projects and this project, so you'll go up to sign in and sign in with your username there. Alright, to begin with, let's talk about some terminology. This is the Scratch interface. This is your sprite. Sprite is like what will move around and do things on screen. So right now, our sprite has an image of a cat. So our cat right here is our sprite. The sprite's what we're going to add code to and make it to perform functions on screen. Over here in this area that's blank, that is our code area. That's actually where we will add our code blocks to make our sprite do functions on screen. In the middle, this is an important area right here. These are our code blocks. All of these right here in the blue are blocks of code. They will be the controls, the commands that we will add to make our sprite perform a function. There are a bunch of code blocks available. There's way too many to list in a single list, so blocks of code are organized into tabs. Up here, these are code block tabs. So all the code blocks that control sprite's motion will be in the motion tab. All of the code blocks that control the way a sprite looks and things that affect the way it looks will be in the looks tab. Pen tab will have some code blocks that will allow your sprite to draw. Events are code blocks that will stop and start your program. Control has lots of different blocks that allow your sprite to run some code if something is true, or to repeat some code. So there are all these tabs here have code in them that are all related. They're all grouped together based on what they do. So the first thing we're going to do is add a piece of code in the Events tab that will start our sprite, start our program. So what you do is you take this piece of code, click on it, drag it over to the code area. At this point, you have added that block of code to your sprite. So this area right here is all of the code that you will have for whatever sprite is highlighted down here. So right now, this says, when the green flag is clicked, here's the green flag up here. Green flag starts your program, the stop sign will stop your program. When this green flag is clicked, run the code that is snapped to this piece here. And right now we don't have any code snapped together, so let's add something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this piece of code, it says move 10 steps, over here and snap it to this piece of code. Now you'll know they're together because you'll kind of see them get highlighted and snap together. So this code, these two pieces of code are not connected. This code will run when the green flag is clicked because they are snapped together. So now, back over here on our sprite stage, we're going to click the green flag, and if we did everything right, you should see our sprite move 10 steps to the right in whatever direction it's facing. So I'm going to click there, and sure enough, it moved 10 steps. Click it again, it moves 10 steps, moves 10 steps. So when this green flag is clicked, it runs this block of code which tells our sprite, whatever sprite's highlighted down here, to move 10 steps. So that is a very basic intro to Scratch. There are tons more code blocks to use, and sprites and backgrounds, but that should show you the basics.